Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before I start, just to calm down our nervous system and also those of you who would be watching all the way to the end of this video, I have recorded something that I have mentioned yesterday in my latest video. That is the trumpet that is always sounding at noon here in Szczecin from the city hall. A music that I really enjoy. So if you're interested, stay all the way to the end of the video and listen to the sound. Has a good vibe. What do I have for you today besides the wind? I have a topic that I will probably start with, because mainly what I will be bringing to you is information about Poland, Ukraine and Ukraine again. But we will start with reports that are coming from the Russian side. I don't have the official video, but I will attach the link to the channel that many of you know I watch. It's Maciej Maciak, Polish YouTube channel. He was my guest in one of my videos a while back. And I will put the timestamp so you can watch it there. It's a video that is showing a transport of Krabs, and that is Gun-Howitzers, I don't know how you say it in English, a weapon, Krab, K-R-A-B, that is moving from Rzeszów, that is south of Poland, to Lublin, that is a bit northeast from Rzeszów. So the Russian side reported, we have received information about the movement of Gun-Howitzers Krab forces, Polish forces, moving from Rzeszów to Lublin. Apparently it's quite a big operation. As far as I'm aware of, the Ministry of National Defense of Poland is not reporting on this. I have been trying to research Google and look other ways for the official info about it. I couldn't find anything. That's why I will attach the video there. Let me tell you about the distances, because this is quite interesting. So they are moving those Gun-Howitzers Krab from Rzeszów to Lublin. That comes to 177 kilometers, that is 109 miles. Just to give you an idea, once they move it, what is the distance to the border with the Belarus, the closest distance to the border with the Belarus? That will be 159 kilometers, that comes to 98 miles. And what if they decide to take it all the way up north to the Kaliningrad region? So Kaliningrad, Lublin, it's 547 kilometers, that comes to 339 miles. So what are they preparing for? What do you think, everyone? What do you think? Let me just flip the page. Are they going to stay in Lublin, or are they going to go more up north to Kaliningrad? And now, since we are on the topic of Ukraine, I will tell you about Zelensky. Because Zelensky is pitching the new victory plan. I don't have the definition of someone who is completely delusional, but he is. He's living in his La La Land. Victory plan in Brussels. And as he's going to pitch it, or he actually already pitched it, I'm gonna tell you what are the points. 5 points we have. So what is the Zelensky's victory plan? Starts with invitation to join NATO. An invitation is a strong decision that requires nothing but determination, Zelensky said. Second point of the victory plan: more weapons, faster, with no restrictions on their use. Ukraine has prepared a list of weapons to protect itself and to bring war close to home for the Kremlin. It includes training and air defense capabilities to deter Russian attacks, real-time satellite data from allies, ending all restrictions on the use of donated weapons to strike inside Russia, and help from allies in shooting down missiles and drones over Ukrainian territory. Many of those steps have been blocked over Western fears of crossing Kremlin red lines, but Zelensky argued that Ukraine's advance into Russia's Kursk region showed that a lot of that is bluster. Quoting now Zelensky, they still call him president, "Thanks to the Kursk operation, we saw that Putin doesn't have enough strength to hold his own when we push really hard." Number 3, deterrence. Ukraine proposes to deploy on its soil a comprehensive non-nuclear strategic deterrence package that will be sufficient to protect Ukraine from any military threat from Russia. Faced with that, Moscow would either join an honest diplomatic process for a just end to the war, or it would face no longer being able to continue the fight thanks to the aid being given to Ukraine. The exact weapons were not revealed by Zelensky in his speech to Parliament, but he said leaders in the United States, Germany, France and the United Kingdom know what Kiev is asking for. Number 4, strategic economic potential. Ukraine proposes partners from the European Union and United States sign a special agreement on common use of Ukraine's critical resources like lithium, gas, titanium and others, and produce energy together in the near future. And last but not least, number 5, post-war perspectives. Ukraine would bolster European security thanks to its battle-hardened military. If the partners agree, sorry, I have still a little cold. Yes, if the partners agree, we envisage, I don't know the word, replacing, or they envision, I guess that's the word, replacing certain military contingent of the United States Armed Forces stationed in Europe with Ukrainian units. That will take place after the war, Zelensky said. Ukrainians have proven that they can be a force that Russian evil cannot overcome. So here everyone is his plan to victory. I can only see Andrei Martyanov's face at this moment, because those points, well, let me just tell you this. Again, I'm not an expert, but don't you think when you are in any form of conflict, which they already lost, we all know this, don't you think that you never reveal your plans officially to the enemy? You keep it to yourself and you execute them. I think that's how the military strategy is. You don't publicize your plans, you don't put them out on display into the public and say, this is my plan, that's what we're gonna do. But how lost Ukraine is, how bad it really is for those people who are being forced to go still there in this mission that is not going to accomplish anything. I will read you now the words from one of the soldiers. I wanted to start this video with this, but I think we kind of made a good circle of those news. This is from TASS, from October 16, that was yesterday. According to the soldier, retreating from the settlement of Karlovka was especially hard for him and his fellow servicemen. Ukrainian commanders treat their own troops as cannon fodder. We all know this, right? But let me just read you. Signing their death certificates by sending them to settlements already liberated by the Russian army. A captive Ukrainian soldier said in a video released by the Russian Defense Ministry. Before I quote him, before I tell you what he said, just think about it. Again, I'm not an expert, just a regular person watching this. There are regions that Russia has already liberated, taken over those regions. Like both sides know, this is already under Russia dominance, right? Russia has the hand on it, that's it. And Ukrainian side still sends people there knowing that they will die because they are entering the territory that is already Russian, so they already know about the settlements. Even I'm understanding this. This is human sacrifice, in my opinion. Quoting this soldier, they send us to take positions at the very last moment. The settlement has already been, the word I always have trouble saying, seized by Russia, but they will still send us there, condemning us to become cannon fodder. Piotr Dugiak, that's what his name noted. According to the soldier, retreating from the settlement of Karlovka was especially hard for him and his fellow servicemen. It was difficult, quoting him, it was difficult to withdraw from Karlovka, very difficult. No one told us anything, no one showed us a way out. We were just left behind to die. It's absolutely, you know what, it makes you just, yeah, I don't know what to say. What they are doing to those people, for God's sake. Yeah, I think I need vacation from all those news, because it just, you know, you feel those things, you know, you feel it. And I think the best to end this video with the comment of the day, which is from someone that really has chosen a name like, wow, a Canadian in Europe. If I jinx it, sorry, but it's like really long name. And you say this, Zelensky victory plan is out and is the best comedy skit of 2024. You know, I don't even know if this is comedy anymore, because if there are real people dying real time, and then like this story of this soldier doesn't surprise me, but it's still, you know, it still aggravates you how far they will throw those people, how long they will go with this human sacrifice, until what point they will stop. I think they are now forcing this. Someone said in the comments yesterday, because I asked this, like, what's the point of continuing this? And someone said, this is, Anya, because they are still trying to stretch us to the US elections. Okay, we see what's gonna happen after the US election, and that will be another story, what's going to unfold in United States. I think ultimately, guys, we are on the brink of the really, really global conflict. I don't think we will go nuclear. I don't feel it. I think we will come to the last minute, to the very end of it, and then something will happen that will prevent us from the self-destruction. That's just my feeling. And I hope I'm right, that we won't be completely destroyed. With this being said, thank you for watching, for hitting this like. The links to the articles I read you are down below this video in the description box. From now on, I decided to say big thank you to all my channel members that sign up to support me and my local supporters, and the videos will be first posted on the membership site and then for the locals as well, because, you know, I feel like I just want to say thank you to all of you who are watching, but to those who are supporting me in those difficult times, it means a lot to me. So at least you will have the video a little bit sooner than the rest of the viewers. And to everyone who have purchased my book covering Ukraine, yes, the Scott Ritter interviews through the eyes of Anya K. Please make sure to leave the review if you haven't bought it yet and you're interested in it and you want some form of documentary of this conflict. That, you know, you don't know how long you will be able to actually read books and get books with some real news. Make sure to order it and check it out. It helps me and Scott as well. Thank you for following me on Instagram and for all your donations as well on PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, Fundraiser and Patreon. And with this being said, guys, lots of love. And remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. Before this video ends, you will have the clip with the sound that I told you about. Bye everyone.